Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. I received a request to do a video on the latest controversy surrounding the pop singer Camila Cabello. Camila used to be a part of the popular girl group Fifth Harmony, and she did go solo and went on to have a pretty successful career. But Camila has a history of saying a lot of racially insensitive things, and her past came back to bite her when some people on Twitter exposed some of the controversial posts she made on her Tumblr account. Now, I'm actually going to go through some of the posts that she reposted and commented on. Some Camila fans will claim that this is Photoshop, but I'm here to tell you that all of this is real. Camila admitted to it, and she did end up deleting this, but the internet never forgets anything. People caught the screenshots, and I'm going to read through some of them. Somebody said, check your Facebook, and she said, N-word please, I sent you like 1,000 something inboxes. She reposted this picture that's supposed to be a black version of Piglet, but obviously this is a racially charged post because it does use part of the N-word. Also, she posted another picture of a black WNBA player trying to get a bucket of chicken from her opponent. And she reposted a gif of a black child looking at a bucket of chicken and watermelon. Now, obviously, there's a lot of racial undertones to this, considering that black people have had this long-running stereotype that all they eat is watermelon and chicken. And I do blame all the racist Hollywood films that have depicted black people this way. But let me just say this right now, black people are not the only people who eat chicken and watermelon. Everybody eats it. Everybody loves it, okay? I'm tired of this stereotype. Anyway, Camila also made several posts on her Tumblr account that used the N-word multiple times. She also reposted this, why do Asians speak the Ching Chong language? And she reposted a joke about Rihanna getting abused by Chris Brown. So as you can see, these were some pretty controversial posts, and it was brought to Camila's attention and she had to apologize for it. This is what she said. When I was younger, I used language that I'm deeply ashamed of and will regret forever. I was uneducated and ignorant, and once I became aware of the history and the weight and the true meaning behind this horrible and hurtful language, I was deeply embarrassed I ever used it. I apologize then and I apologize now. I would never intentionally hurt anyone, and I regret it from the bottom of my heart. As much as I wish I could, I can't go back in time and change things I said in the past. But once you know better, you do better, and that's all I can do. I'm 22 now, I'm an adult, and I've grown and learned, and I'm conscious and aware of the history and the pain it carries in a way I wasn't before. Those mistakes don't represent the person I am or the person I've been. I only stand and ever stood for love, inclusivity, and my heart has never, even then, had any ounce of hate or divisiveness. The truth is, I was embarrassingly ignorant and unaware. I used my platform to speak out about injustice and equality, and I'll continue doing that. I can't say enough how deeply sorry and ashamed I feel, and I apologize again from the bottom of my heart. Whew. So that was a long apology that she posted on her Instagram story. And I do know Camila was a teenager when she made these posts, and a lot of times young people do and say ignorant things that they end up regretting later. But the thing about Camila that is kind of disturbing to me is the fact that she made a lot of racially insensitive posts on different social media platforms. And it's at a point where it's not really a mistake. This is kind of how she felt around this time. I honestly believe that she grew up thinking this way, that it was common for her family members and her friends to say racially insensitive things, which is why she thought it was okay at 15 years old. Now that people are calling her out on it, she's very embarrassed by it because she realizes how bad it looks to the public. But I believe this is how she actually felt, and her Tumblr posts weren't the only racially insensitive posts that she made. Some years ago, she was exposed for having a secret account on Twitter that had tweets of her saying the N-word, and she also made racist posts about her group members from Fifth Harmony on social media. In this alleged post, she said, because I work my butt off and cry and get bullied by 4 N-words, that's why, and she smiled. And her friend Marielle Gunsman said, laugh out loud, yeah, but Normani is actually an N-word. And Camila said, ha 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 ha. A lot of Camila's fans like to say this was Photoshop, but I don't believe Camila ever came out and said that this was fake. But when those tweets and all those comments resurfaced, she did apologize back then. This is what she said. She said, "I get how anybody that doesn't know me would think those things about me. I was immature and young and joking. Not an excuse, but I apologize." Now, another thing that really made me give Camila the side eye was how she sat back and allowed her fans to bully her group member, Normani. I'll give you a backstory to this. Normani did an interview and she was asked to describe her group members, and when she described Camila, Camila's fans were offended and they attacked her. And they attacked her all because she said this.
And then Camila, she is, let's see, Camila, very quirky.
Quirky.
Yeah, very quirky. Cute.
Normani said Camila was quirky and cute, and you know what Camila's fans did? They posted pictures of Normani getting lynched. They bullied her so bad that Normani had to take a break from social media.
But Normani said the haters came out in droves. Check out some of these messages. One message reads, "I hope ISIS does come to America. Maybe they'll kill you." And far too many commentators hurl the N-word at her. This is more than words, though. They sent images and pictures out.
They did.
Let's talk about that.
They did. There was actually photoshopped images of me being lynched, which is just, it's awful. And I still can't, I'm like shaking talking about it. Sorry.
I understand. Take your time.
It's really awful, especially because I look at my grandmother and I look at my mom and I know what they had to go through. I look at Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, and all that they did for me to be able to live the life that I deserve right now. And it's kind of like, is that in vain? It shouldn't be.
This visceral attitude with which they attacked you, did it exist before the incident?
Honestly, I think that it really did derive from a deeper place. I think that they had hate towards me before, but they kind of used this particular situation as an opportunity to really just pick at me.
So you heard Normani talk about her horrible experience with cyberbullying, and it was Camila's fans who were bullying her, but Camila never stepped up and told her fans to stop harassing Normani. All she said was, "You don't have to hate somebody to love me," something stupid and vague like that. But her other group members were the ones who actually stepped up. Lauren posted a long statement on Twitter, and in her statement she said this: "I didn't get a chance to address this sooner. Normani is like a sister to me, and when I saw her mother crying because of the things people were saying about her daughter, and I found out what exactly it was that was disturbing her, I was appalled." She went on to denounce racism, and she said Normani is a beautiful, intelligent, talented Black woman, and she should never have to fear the last adjective that could diminish any of the other beautiful attributes this woman exemplifies daily. Normani's other group member, Allie Brooke, also wrote a statement and said, "I'm sad to see my sister and her family hurt. To live in a world where so much darkness can occur, for racial slurs to even be a thing. To have seen what I saw is incredibly devastating. I am mortified by the actions of some people, flabbergasted." I do respect the fact that Lauren and Allie spoke out, but Camila was the one who should have said something. She should have wrote a statement because it was her fans who were attacking her own group member, but she didn't step up and make an official statement, and that's one thing that will always make me side-eye Camila. Camila has somehow pushed this narrative that she was the one who was victimized in Fifth Harmony and her other group members didn't like her, which is why she decided to go solo, which honestly is a big joke because her label executives and her manager, Roger Gold, were vying for her to go solo in the beginning, but she made herself out to be the victim when in reality, her group members were the ones actually being victimized, especially Normani. Normani did express that she felt like she sometimes wasn't as liked in the group as the other girls were, and as you can see in this video, this fan completely ignores her. But Normani did talk about some of the things she went through in her Billboard interview. She said it was a subconscious thing. You think, why am I the least followed in the group? Even if you don't recognize that you're paying close attention to it, it takes a toll on your confidence. You worry, is it me, or is it because I'm Black, or am I just not talented? So these are just some of the things that Normani had to go through, and it's great to see her really striving right now as a solo artist because she was the underdog in Fifth Harmony. In fact, the former A&R for Fifth Harmony named Chris said this love for Normani and her artistry today is really important considering where she's come from. She had her back against the wall more than most know and came out of it swinging. She is the definition of a winner and a fighter. Go ham, Normani. I'm very happy for you. I'm happy for Normani too, and I know this video isn't really about Normani, it's more so about Camila, but I wanted to show how Normani was affected in all of this as well. She was directly affected by Camila's racist fans, and unfortunately, Camila has shown that she does have some racist tendencies as well, which is why Black people need to side-eye her. I know some of her fans are going to continue to support her, which is fine, but the Black people who support her need to reevaluate who they're supporting because Camila is not really for Black people like that. Yes, she'll use Black people as props on stage, but she's not for Black people. So some of her fans might need to wake up and realize that. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.